Hello, welcome to my series about Chopin Mazurkas. In today's episode, we will talk about Mazurka Opus 30 number 1. So we open the new opus, the new cycle of Mazurkas, and we follow Chopin until the year 1835, between 1835 1837. So Chopin was more or less 27 years old. And here in this opus is extremely subjective, sincere, and full of suffering, I would say. And this is the special way of suffering, of sadness, sorrow that we love in Chopin, and all the world loves in Chopin. To perform these mazurkas well, I think one has to sink into Chopin's biography and do it very deeply. Not only read, but absorb and try to feel the empathy, try to feel everything what Chopin felt, because what Chopin felt we have here. This is like his diary, as he was saying. Just listen a little bit and then you will understand probably why I think so. Yes, it's so deep. Definitely we can hear this is not a piece written for the concert hall. This is not. It's more like a Schubert style, I would say. It's a piece just written from inside, expressing what he has inside. So what happened in Chopin's life at this time? Well, first of all, Chopin got extremely sick. She got as sick as he thought he is going to die. So it's a very strong connection with Schubert. Practically, he thought he is not going to live more than a few months, maybe. This was really terrible, and he felt very weak. He couldn't do anything but composing. Of course, whenever he had a little bit more power. And this is the first thing which is very important to know. Chopin actually thought he's really dying, and he even wrote his own funeral march during that time. The funeral march, which later was used in the Sonata number 2. And the second thing, which is also extremely important, is that at this time, more or less, in Chopin's love life starts to get very complicated. The girl he loved and he got engaged to, Maria Wodzińska, well, she was far away, and her parents didn't really approve so much the relationship and the idea of marriage. And when they saw Chopin almost dying, they were completely shocked, and they said, well, they probably were talking to the daughters that this is not a good husband to you, because he will leave you alone and maybe with kids, and and of course it's not good for your future, and etc. Well, of course Chopin is feeling this distance and is slowly losing hope to have a family. And actually in this mazurka we can feel that Chopin completely lost hope that he will ever have a normal Polish family like he dreamt. And at the same time, Georges Sand appears in Chopin's life and starts to mix his feelings and his head and try to seduce him. And we know it from many letters. Chopin was definitely divided inside and completely lost. And here we can feel, just listen, first of all, this mazurka is definitely lost also. Why it's lost? Just listen, where is 1 in this mazurka? Here? No. Now? There is no 1. Why there is no 1? Because there is no left hand coming on 1, like in every single mazurka before we had this always 1. Here we have no 1. If it were 1, that would sound like this. A very nice melody. Oh my God, I should not play like this, Chopin. I'm so sorry, but I just want to show us what's the difference. So there is a huge difference, right? If we don't have it, then we have the feeling of being lost. And then this phrase, the phrase is trying to reach some climax, reach some point, but doesn't succeed. We go up and down, and then we try again. We have more power. We try again, but then we go down again. And down and up. Maybe we go down. No. So this is the first phrase, and then there is something mysterious and something very crucial, important in the whole Opus 30. The same phrase is being repeated, but forte, so very loud. And this is like a conversation of somebody who has no power with somebody who has a lot of power, of something inside us that has no power, and then something which has a lot of power. Well, we don't really exactly know what Chopin meant, but for sure it has a meaning and it's a symbol. Listen. And again. Change the color. Sun is coming, and actually not really sun, but we are dreaming. I think here, well, I have the feeling that here Chopin is dreaming. He's dreaming, oh, what if it would be so nice to have family, to be healthy, to be in Poland, to be with friends, well, whatever. But there is something like, what if I'm happy, you know? Listen, and there is a dance. But here we come back to the reality, and unfortunately this was only a dream. Now listen to this part. Isn't it funny a bit? Well, not really funny when it comes to character, but as a composition, as a melody. We have the same thing, then down, then up, down. So down, up. So it means like also hesitation, right? Hesitation. Maybe I will survive, or maybe I will not. Maybe I will see her, or maybe I will not. Something like this. Or maybe I go left, or maybe I go right. So like maybe I choose this woman, or maybe I choose another woman. Well, this is a lot of meaning. This one, maybe this one, maybe this one. It's like choosing the path where to go. And we come back to the beginning. And then the end is just disappearing. And that's the introduction to the opus. Well, the first part of the cycle. Now I invite you to my next video about the next mazurka. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye bye, thank you.